Welcome to another Bushido book report. This one on the road to mastery. This was one of the early books that I wrote way back when I was working on a book called Holistic Martial Arts. The idea being that people who study martial arts often are in it for the physical, and everyone had heard it said that it helps you mentally and helps you spiritually. And I said, well, okay, I can buy that, but how? So I tried to investigate how that could be true. After a number of years of studying self-help books of every sort that there was available, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about financial improvement, we're talking about running a business, we're talking about personal, philosophical, and spiritual development. It all started to gel in my head. And I realized that I felt that I was a better person when I was physically capable of handling myself. That is, where the personal fear that you might feel going out into the universe is minimized. But also, you have a history of setting and achieving goals. Now, that's a simplistic way of looking at it because it's more involved than that. I really condensed this to about 180 pages to give the reader an easy to read, and I hope fun to read, view of all the aspects that martial arts can do for a person. Now, sometimes the aspects are something that happens on the way. Sometimes it's because of the specific drill you're doing in class that you make an analogy in your brain unconsciously between that drill and something in your life. So it can be very involved, but what I try to do in all my writing is to make that which seems to be involved when you talk about it more accessible to the average person. And I'm hoping that this does the job for you. The Road to Mastery. I think you will find that there are some things you hadn't considered before. Even those people who have been martial artists for decades and decades will get something out of it. About 20 years ago, I did a set of videos, also called The Road to Mastery, which is more of the physical aspect of it, which you'll might enjoy. But one of the aspects we had in that long weekend camp called The Road to Mastery was, can we understand what happens in developing mastery? What's a master? And the discussion didn't work out too well because some people wanted to hear from the masters that were there, and some people wanted to hear from the students and what they were aspiring to. So it turned out to be I had to sort of like push that aside and concentrate for that weekend only on the physical. Well, that left me with the intellectual and spiritual. That's what you get in this book. Hope you enjoy it. The Road to Mastery. Thank you.